Hey there, and thanks for coming to watch this quick video about my shocking results with the iFloaters No More program. The truth is, I'm recording this video out of breath with excitement, guys. After 8 years dealing with maddening, oddly shaped objects in my vision, also known as iFloaters, that were driving me insane, I decided to try the iFloaters No More program, and the results have been nothing short of breathtaking. Let me explain. You see, after dealing with horrendously dry eyes all my life, and the stress and annoyance, I'm sure you can relate, of constantly seeing spots in my eyes, one day I noticed all these little, and the constant annoyance of constantly seeing spots and weird little things in my vision, one day I noticed all these little iFloaters. You see, after dealing with horrendously dry eyes all my life, and the stress and annoyance of constantly seeing spots in my eyes, one day I started noticing all these little iFloaters across my field of vision. When they first came on, they weren't that bad. I seemed to be able to keep my mind off them. But soon enough, what started out as just a little odd-shaped floater over here, a little squiggly thing darting across my eye over here, morphed to a constant, obnoxious array of spots that were constantly appearing and darting across my entire field of vision. These things were driving me insane. I knew I had to do something to get rid of them. These little vision annoyances were slowly but surely ruining everything in my life. I would come home irritable from work every day, and me and my wife were even getting into these ridiculous arguments that we never would have normally even had. No matter what I did, I couldn't seem to keep my mind off these eye problems I've been having, and every day it seemed that more and more of these little odd-shaped objects were starting to appear in my field of vision. Sometimes I thought I was going crazy. Now, dealing with iFloaters may not seem like that big of a deal to some people, but let me tell you, for me, it was horrible. It was absolutely maddening, and slowly and surely, I was withdrawing more and more from the world, my friends, but worst of all, my loved ones, because of the constant anxiety and stress that they were causing me. It just wasn't easy to be my normal self. That's what it comes down to, around those that mattered most. With a worried, angry wife and completely disrupted family life, I didn't think things could get any worse, but they did. Because soon enough, these nasty little iFloaters started multiplying. And they got so bad that I literally could not think about anything else but them. It was driving me crazy. I literally could not think about anything else but them throughout what seemed like every minute of the day. I became a completely stressed out and exhausted insomniac. And the less sleep I got, the worse my stress, anxiety, and seemingly my iFloaters would get. At this point, in a state of complete and utter misery, I actually started to binge drink throughout the day in an effort to just get my mind off my ridiculous eye situation. It was a very bad move, and it almost ended up costing me my job, ultimately my health, and it almost ended my marriage. But then, just when I didn't think things would get any worse, I actually ended up catching the luckiest break of my life. A close friend who also suffered from very bad iFloaters had told me that he stumbled upon this iFloater remedy called iFloaters No More, and amazingly, almost impossibly sounding, that just 2 weeks after following the recommendations in the program, he was able to reduce the floaters in his vision by what he said was a whopping 75%. Now listen, I'm a very skeptical guy, and I didn't believe a single word of what he was saying. But the truth was, I was just so desperate that I had to give this a try, especially if my close friend, if he really said that it worked for him the way it did. So I ended up jumping on the program myself, and let me tell you, it was the best decision of my life. Just 3 weeks, I swear, just 3 weeks after following the recommendations, I discovered in the iFloaters No More program, I could actually say that the number of my iFloaters in my vision has been reduced by at least 70%. It's absolutely mind-boggling. In fact, I now find myself not even thinking about my iFloaters, which for me is an absolute godsend. For me, the mental part. I actually also have OCD, which kind of means I just obsess about a lot of things, and I overthink things, and I get stuck on things. So the real sort of prison that this created in my life was never being able to get my mind off what I was seeing in my eyes. So this has been an absolute godsend for me. In each and every passing day on the program, I do notice a real additional decrease, and not only the volume of the floaters in my eyes, but the amount of time I spend focusing on them. Now, I'll be perfectly honest about one thing. There was one thing I really didn't love about the iFloaters No More program, and that was that the creator of the program writes in a little bit of a dry, kind of detached way. He doesn't really take the time to show the reader his compassion about the situation, and he could have honestly been a little bit more caring because he just seemed a little bit cold. Now I know that's really trivial, and hey, I'd still like to thank him for the program because I'm grateful. I'm gratefully on my way to eliminating my eye floaters for good, so I can live with a little bit of cold attitude if that's the only problem with the product. Now, to get the full scoop on this incredible eye floater curing program, just click the link below in the video description. Now, I wish you the best with your health, and I hope it changes your life for the better, just like it has for mine.